Good morning, I'm Shannon. I'm excited to be here to take over my Budget Coach Instagram, show you guys day in the life of a financial counselor and budget coach. We like to start our mornings off pretty slow. We do some coffee and a family dance party to some Bluey, and then now we're gonna take my son off to school. See you guys soon. All right, we're home from school drop off. I have 3 kids. We homeschool my oldest for this year, and then my middle kid goes to school, and then we also have a toddler. So it's busy house around here, which means it's time for breakfast and second cup of coffee. Second cup of coffee. Alright, so it's about 11:30 here, which means that it's nap time for the baby, and also I get to sit down at my desk and do a little bit of work. So with a family of 5, all of our rooms are taken, so we've had to get a little bit creative here, and that means that my office is actually my closet. So everybody has to do what works for them. When we talk about, resources, when we're doing budget coaching and financial counseling, we're not just talking about money. We talk about, your support system and your community and your time and your energy and your space available. And so, everybody has to just do what works for them, and this is what's working for us right now. I'm able to close the door and sit down and have some quiet space to focus on my clients and just to have some space for me. This is that time of day when I get to really meet with new clients, do some emails. I have a community group of other financial coaches that I get to meet with today, which is I always look forward to that. So we're going to do some prep work for a coaching session that we have later this evening. And I'll check in soon. All right, it is about 2:30 now, and with the beautiful weather, we have started walking to pick up my son from school. So we're really lucky that we live just a few minutes away, and we've got this beautiful path to walk home on. Alright, so while we're walking home, I thought now might be a good chance to hop on and talk about my budget coach a little bit, and what brought me to him. So I'm a military spouse, and over the last 3 years, I have been pursuing my accredited financial counseling certification through the FINRA Foundation Military Spouse Scholarship Fellowship, and I also got, with that, a chance to apply for another scholarship to attend the AFCPE Symposium, which is like the organization's conference for accredited financial counselors and other financial professionals. And while I was there, my budget coach was exhibiting. So I just thought that the platform was really cool, because I know from firsthand experience, even as a financial professional, that setting up your budget can kind of be a really big and daunting task. So the idea that you get access to a budget coach from the very start was just really cool. So I'm excited to be a part of the coaching team now, and access to my budget coach for my clients. And I just think it's a really cool opportunity. All right, so it is 6 o'clock. We just got home as a family from the gym. We don't get to go every day. We don't get to go a lot, but when we do get to go, it's really nice. So I have client meeting later this evening. So I just really need to do a quick and easy dinner for everybody real fast. And so one of the tips and tricks that I have kind of figured out for us that works for us is a meal kit subscription. And that way I can just come in here on those busy days and just, grab our ingredients right out of our little basket here that holds all of our meal kit ingredients. And then, let's see, we need a lime, and then we come down here and we need our pork carnitas. And yeah, now we've got everything that we need. All right, so it's about 8 o'clock now. The kids are all in bed. They're not quite asleep, but they're all in bed, so we're on the right track. This is the time when I usually get to come back to my office and focus on some of my longer client meetings. I have another client meeting later this evening, so I'm going to sit down and work on some homework prep for my client and just get into meeting mode. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek into how I like to start off all of my meetings with my clients and how I like to end them as well. So on the board in front of me, I have this question that I really like to start off all of my client sessions with, asking, what have you spent money on that has brought you joy? So we like to talk about how our money is a tool, and how we can use that tool to bring us joy, to help us live a life that we really enjoy, that is satisfying. So I think that this question really gets to the heart of that. How are we spending our money in alignment with our values and goals? And let's celebrate some of those wins right off the bat. So I really love starting off with this question. And then on this side of the board is the question that I like to end all of my meetings with. And it's a question from Barbara Brown Taylor and Brene Brown, asking, what is saving your life lately? So that question, it's a little bit quirky, but and it's not necessarily financial related, but I just think that it's a great question to end with, because it brings, I feel like it ties it all back in together, that it doesn't always have to be about the money. We want to talk about our life, and the answers to this question can vary from very small things like the book that you're reading, or something that's a bit more deep, like a conversation with a friend, or your child's laugh. So I just think that it's a fun way to, kind of get back to who you are, and celebrate that life that you're living. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for letting me take over the My Budget Coach social media today. It's been a blast. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope to see you guys around My Budget Coach. Bye.